Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And compliments of the season. Merry Christmas. As you can see, I am your YouTube Santa. Anyways, today I have a very special guest, and this guest is not just an ordinary guest, he's a doctor. He's a doc. You know, someone say doctor. This is a doctor.
Some say dog.
Yeah, some say doc. No, this is a doctor. So, Dr. Lawrence here. I shouldn't have said your name. Anyway, introduce yourself again. The doctor that we have here today, he just finished his PhD. And I was on his examining committee, which is really amazing. And the main reason why he's here today is because he came to Germany with PTDF Scholarship. And you guys have been after my life since I posted the first video. And he's here to answer some of the questions that I've been getting and clarify some things and, give you guys some tips and helps and, everything else. So could you please introduce yourself and just tell us a bit about yourself? You could just talk about your PhD. And stuff. Maybe you get like somebody that will be like, that doctor will go to the channel to give him a job. So yeah.
Hello guys, my name is Dogo Lawrence Aleku. Okay, so she said doctor. I just finished my PhD. I'm from Nigeria. I came through PTDF Scholarship 4 years ago, and I don't know. My PhD was great and had a good time working on pollution problems in Nigeria. And then it was exciting working on it. So yeah, that was my PhD, and yeah, that's me.
Comment the round of applause in the comment section. If I don't see claps, if I don't see claps in the comment section, I'll not post it to video again. Alright, so the first question. That's very cool. How did you find out about PTDF Scholarship?
So way back, so I studied geology and mining for my bachelor's, and then I already knew that the course is about oil and gas. And then somehow in my 300 level, we got talking with a friend, and he was talking about scholarship and PTDF and how they fund masters and PhD candidates to go and study. So then I knew about a scholarship like PTDF. Then I had it in my bucket list to look out for it after my bachelor's, and then when I was doing my service, I thought about applying, so I checked the criteria. And then when I was done with service, I had my NYC certificate, which was one of the requirements. And so I put in the application. Then already when I was done with service, I was already doing masters because I got admission for masters.
Oh wow.
5 days to my POP.
Oh wow, okay.
So then I jumped in from the camp back to school, and then I applied for PTDF.
So your master's was also with PTDF?
No. So I think that's a story I need to share as well. So I started the master's, of course, self-funded in Nasarawa State University, Kefi. And then I applied for PTDF Scholarship for masters again. So I was doing masters, and I applied for master's slot in PTDF. And then fortunately I didn't get. So yeah, well, I will tell you why I didn't get. Okay. So that was how I knew about PTDF. I knew it when I was studying because of my course, and then of course interaction with friends way back in school. And I found out that it's scholarship like that, and then it wasn't my bucket list, so I applied.
So it's never too early,
it's
to find out about scholarship. So if you have people that are still in high school, you can send them this video for them to start making plans,
Yes.
Maybe for their PhD.
Yeah, very important.
Not even masters.
Very important.
Okay, awesome. So did you finish your masters in Nasarawa? Or?
Yeah, so I applied then in Nasarawa. I was doing the masters, and I applied for PTDF Scholarship, and I think I didn't write my statement of purpose well. It was terrible. Then when I looked at it later on, I thought it was terrible.
Oh yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah. So then when I attended the interview, I was scaled through the screening process to interview stage. And then I got to the interview at the towers in Abuja, and I saw the building was so lovely.
Ooh.
And I thought these people should be able to give a proper funding for scholarship. So now I told myself, even if I didn't get a scholarship, I'll keep applying until I get. So,
yeah, and that's another amazing thing about PTDF. Like, even if you don't get a scholarship the first time, you can apply again. Just keep applying.
So
Let them continue seeing your name.
Yeah.
Let them get used to your name until they give you the scholarship. Okay.
So when the shortlist came out, I didn't get, and yeah, I was a bit worried, but I just knew that now I have to get, so I have to keep applying. Then I was doing my master's already. Before the next window, I was done with my master's, and I launched in for the PhD.
Oh,
and then,
wow.
Yeah, I got it.
So you keep pushing.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. And yeah, even after the screening for the PhD, I told myself I'll come back again if you didn't give me. So yeah.
I love the tenacity.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, awesome. So you said your motivation letter or your statement of purpose for the first one you wrote was like really crappy.
When I wrote it, I think the bad thing I did was that I didn't give anybody to look at it. And then I thought I did something nice. And then so I didn't get it, and I think a couple of months later I think I learned more already. And I looked at it, it was
so the
really
people
bad.
look at your PhD motivation letter?
Yeah, so I wrote it and I gave 2 people to look at it, and then they made a couple of corrections, which was very nice. And then I thought so
it's not a bad thing for you to ask people for help.
Yeah, so once you write something, so once you write something, give someone that is a little bit ahead of you, let them have their opinion, and you can look at it. You must not accept the opinion anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
But you just look at it, and if it makes sense, you add it. If it doesn't make sense, just do with it. So
what tips do you have? Like, somebody wants to write their motivation letter by themselves. They don't want to pay golden to write a motivation letter for them. So like, what tips do you have for them? Yeah,
I think very importantly, of course, so I'm going to give tips based on PTDF Scholarship.
Yeah, of course. Because
so first of all, look at the areas they are interested in. So it has to be oil and gas related motivation letter. So you have to write something about yourself that is related to oil and gas and how you are motivated to go into that sector. And then study or do research in that sector. So whatever you're writing, whatever you're getting motivation, I mean, most of these motivations might not be really true. It might be true, but then whatever you're writing, the person reading it should be convinced that this person had interest in oil and gas research or studies, of course in Nigeria. And then you give you an edge over everyone.
Okay, so like that's one of the main criteria for the scholarship.
Yeah, then secondly, I think your grammar is very important. So I would advise you to, if you can get Grammarly installed to your Microsoft Word, that would be great, because you might think you're writing a very good English, and then
you don't even need the Pro, right?
Yeah, you don't need a Pro.
The basic one is fine enough.
The basic one is fine. But if you don't have money to pay for Grammarly, of course you can always give someone to check your grammar, right?
Yeah, you can also check, I think, paraphrasing tool as well has like grammar checks rather. Paraphrasing tool also has grammar checks. Like there are a bunch of them online. You can even ask ChatGPT, you can say AI. Like, just check for any grammatical errors. Just take your statement of purpose and put on ChatGPT and ask, can you please check for any grammatical errors? Like, ChatGPT does not have to rewrite it for you, right? Just check and so grammar. Okay.
So your statement of purpose has to be oil and gas related, and also has to contain a little bit of your plans ahead after the master's, so that they can see. You should tell them your track record from where you're coming from and where you're going. So
very important.
It should be very clear for them, and then it should be worth their money. They're going to invest a lot of money on you, and they should convince them that you're worth their investment.
Okay, so after statement of purpose, I think they also ask for CV, and a lot of people stress about this CV. So so right now, my main question is, does the CV have to be so special and spectacular and because I get messages and people are like, oh, I don't have to write my CV. I've not worked anywhere. I don't have any experience. Like, what should I put in my CV?
Yeah, I think one thing about this whole CV, so there are 101 templates out there, formats, and I think the most important thing is at a glance, whoever is viewing it should be able to see what you're trying to sell. So if you've not worked anywhere, you've not worked anywhere, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly. It's not the end of the world.
So you just put who you are there, and so look for a template that at a glance it doesn't stress anyone from seeing. Um, so for the research purpose, so I want to talk about masters and PhD at the same time.
Okay.
So for masters, so PTDF will appreciate if you have any industry related experience.
Like IT?
Yeah, so like IT, internship,
SciWest. You do SciWest?
Yeah, I did SciWest. In a drilling company, actually. Yeah, I did in a drilling company.
I did my SciWest in CWest. So if you have so somebody text me, and I think that person is a science person. If you're a science person in Nigeria, there's no way you'd have graduated without going for IT. There's no way. Yeah. So that's an experience, right? So you can put that in your CV.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you don't have, right? So yeah, but if you have, try to put it where they can see it easily that you have industrial experience already, so you have high interest in oil and gas. For PhD applicants, of course, you should be able to have one or two publications out there. And they want to see that these publications are oil and gas related.
Okay.
So you should be able to put it in the CV. It should be like in the first page. If you have a CV of 2 pages, all these catchy things should be on the first page, so that
so it's okay to have like a CV of 2 pages.
Yeah, it's okay to have CV of 2 pages, but preferably if you can. I mean, if you did a lot, it can't be in 1 page because you cut out a lot of things that.
Okay.
Yeah, but then you should, if you can have it in 1 page, that's fine. But these things should be like in the first page that someone can just
sell yourself more in the first page.
Right? They don't have that. Some of them don't have that patience as well too, because they have a bunch of CVs to look at. So the first page is not interesting. They just dump it and then move. Yeah.
Okay, so I've already spoken about the requirements. If you have not watched that video, go back and watch it. So we're not here to talk about the requirements. We're just here to make things a little bit easier for you guys. Now, I also know about adding more certificates, more achievements, what do you have to say?
So for the certificate, PTDF wants you to be a member of one professional body or the other. So for the geoscientists, they want you to be like a member of COMEC or NMGS. For the engineers, I don't know, you know that.
Yeah,
but
the engineers have theirs. For chemistry, CNS. The last one I forgot. Chemical Society of Nigeria.
Yeah.
You should be like, you should be like part of CNS. I forgot that the last time.
Yeah. Yeah, so they want you to belong to one of these professional bodies. So of course you have the certificate to show that you belong to one of them, and then you should attach it to your document that you are submitting. So yeah, just belong to one, but it's also fine if you don't belong to any. To be honest, I was not part of any.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it contributed to my first failure in application. You know, for PhD the competition is low. So I had an edge a little bit, and then my proposal was quite good, I think, because I still look at it sometime, and after I secured it, I think it was good. So belong to one of the professional bodies and have evidence for it. And also, very importantly, this helped me, or this saved me. You should be able to have some few awards from whoever. So like the best graduating student, or the best staff for social players, or the best treasurer in your church, or whatever.
Just get it best somewhere.
Where 2 or 3 are gathered. Few people recognize your contribution. They like that because they're also looking out for future leaders, right? So,
quality people.
Yeah, so where you are, you stood out, so they want to say that, so people recognize it. So if you have those awards, each of those awards have their marks, right? So there are all these criteria have they marks the awards to you during the interview. So like your transcript, the number of A's you have, the number of B's you have, they all have their marks. Your what do you call it, WAEC. A's and B's and C's, they also have their marks, your proposal, whatever. So if you have those certificates too, each certificate I think gave me 2 marks then. So the more you have, so it can be in form of a paper or those wood awards or whatever.
planks.
So during the interview, carry all of them. I know the guy that brought the bag.
Oh my god.
The awards. I remember him during the interview, and when we got the scholarship, we had this orientation. So I saw him, I was like, you have to get this. So he got it. So yeah.
All the awards in university and in high school, take all of them.
Yeah.
The ones from primary school. Like most likely to succeed.
Anywhere you are now, and you know that at the end of it or at the end of the year they'll be giving some awards. Do well so that you can get these awards. I didn't say go and lobby, but like stand out. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And then these things can fetch you some marks as well. So yeah, professional bodies. If you don't have, that's fine. I didn't have that, but you cannot not have professional bodies and awards. Like
don't have
the two of them, you don't have any of them. I had ones. I had in the award. I have a lot. So
oh, okay.
And it
you
helped.
came with like Bakusaka.
I didn't come. I think they needed at least 2, so you can come with more than 2. So I had up to that. And then for PhD applicants, publication is very important.
Yeah.
It has a mark as well. But if you don't have, apply and pray. But yeah, pray that some other marks that you get will supplement for. At the end of the day, each state have this quota system, right? So they have the number of people they want to. So if you don't have this publication, you have these awards, you have this, and
they don't have.
They will total your marks. And if it's one of the highest, maybe top 4 in your state, you take it. So if you don't have 1 or 2 requirements, it's okay. Just apply.
Also, very important.
Yeah, and also pray.
Okay, so before we go to the next part, I just thought of this question. So you said that they should make sure that the motivation letter is related to something oil and gas.
Yeah.
If they work in oil and gas, PhD oil and gas. So now for my people that are not science guys, someone that studied accounting. Like how would the person now, I can think of a way, but how would you advise the person to like navigate their SOP? So should they say something like, oh, I want to be in the accounting sector of NMPC, something like that?
Okay, so this is tricky because strangely, for whatever reason, I had a pharmacist guy that came for the interview that time. And so then I really had to ask him. So how is the medical profession related to this whole petroleum thing now? And then
he treats you guys that are working in the field now.
So he tried to find a way to link it. Unfortunately, I didn't exchange contact with him, so I don't know if he got the scholarship or not. But yeah, for whatever course, not just accounting, your course, just try to see if you can link it one way or the other. If you can't link it, then it's like an automatic disqualification for you, to be honest. Their mandate is just oil and gas research based, oil and gas studies. So they have a list of courses that you cannot choose outside those courses, and those courses are oil and gas related. So
and oil and gas is really wide.
It's wide.
Like there's the biological part of it, there's the chemistry part of it, there's the physics part of it. I also think there's the money part of it. So try and find a way to link it.
Just whatever you will do, even if you did religious studies, find a way to. I don't know how you do it, but find a way to link it, and then just apply.
Okay.
Most importantly, apply.
Yeah, just apply and keep applying. Let them keep seeing you. And they'll be like, this girl or this boy is so persistent. We should just give them the scholarship. Okay, so before we round up, what other advice can you give? What other
so what works for me or worked for me way back was never to give up. So I didn't care if they would give me at the time or not. All I knew was that I wanted that scholarship, and then I had to go get it. So if you just need a bachelor and you want to apply for masters, apply and start masters in Nigeria. Okay, so if you don't get the masters, and then you can also
apply for PhD.
Then you would have been done with masters like
so you
me,
don't waste time.
You don't waste time. Then I think it's less competitive to apply for PhD than just to apply for masters. So yeah, If you can't get it for your master, do your master's in Nigeria and then apply for the PhD option. But yeah, don't stop applying, don't give up. I think it's a lucrative scholarship because it has a lot of benefits. So it's fully funded. For your information, it's fully funded. So they take care of the moment you get, they take care of all your expenses until you're done.
Your flight ticket.
So your flight ticket, your visa fees. Of course, when you arrive, your tuition, your allowances, there is what we call one-off. So it's one money that comes like another
one
year.
Big money. One big money.
Yeah, some nice money that so that month you get your allowance, then you get that money.
Hey, just
to chill. Okay, then you also have annually. You also have this whole research grant as well.
For school as well.
Yeah, for school. Sometimes you get when you're done, you get your thesis allowance as well to print your thesis. So it's nice. And then for PhD guys, you have the sponsorship to attend conference, to make presentation in any part of the world.
Any part of the world.
Yeah, so you could go to India, you could go to the US, from wherever you are.
You can go back to Nigeria.
Yeah, so they put the bill for the conference, your fees, your accommodation, your feeding, whatever. And then if you have to go for field trip and take samples during your PhD, they'll fund your travels, your expenses, your hotel bills, whatever. Like your life is fully taken care of by them. You don't have to worry about finances.
And you just enjoy it.
And then maybe you have some little money to send to your mother back home. So
you see.
It's not only you that will benefit. So yeah, I think so. Do whatever you have to do or you can.
Yeah, just apply. Try as much as possible to apply.
And then put in a very strong application because
so
you're under competition.
Before we forget, tips for the interview.
So tips for the interview, of course, get all these requirements. To be honest, once you have everything they are looking for, I think you have this self-confidence already. So once you come in, so
don't be shy.
Once you come in and then you just have this confidence to talk. So be confident when you're talking. They'll ask you a lot of questions. For the PhD guys, they'll bring a professor in your field. So
God.
You know what that means. So already they have your proposal. You submitted before the interview. So this guy must have gone through your proposal.
Yeah.
So you have all these questions in his head.
Don't do somebody's proposal, okay?
Yeah, so they'll print this proposal. Now, when I came, the professor was like, yeah, so you did this, you wrote this and this and this. So he was telling me about my proposal. I was like, okay, yeah, it's serious. And then I was ready. I wrote it myself. I did the research myself, so I was not scared. And then so just be confident during your interview. Bring all the requirements you needed. I think just speak to it. For the masters, they'll give us like 5 minutes to talk about your statement of purpose. So then you sell yourself, then just tell them. Of course, you won't have to read it. It's before them also.
Yeah, and if you wrote it yourself, even if you know it yourself, read it very well.
Read it.
Let it be your blood.
Yeah. So just have this whole. The most important thing is have this whole track record of before, now, and after. So sell it to them. Tell them where you're coming from, where you are, where you want to go, and then you need PTDF to help you, and then you'll deliver. So show them your prospect, and then it's great.
I think that's it. The most important question, the reason why I wanted the application is the whole thing.
So before it used to be end of November through December, but that has changed. Of course, nothing is constant, right? So things have changed, and right now the application will start in the first week of February through March. So it's always going to last for 6 weeks.
So I'm sorry guys, I initially thought it was from December, and I was not wrong.
Yeah,
it just changed.
I expect it in the first week of February, and then through the second week of March.
So if you've not started preparing, you have more time. Or if you've been lazy about it, like you have more time, so you just put in more fire. When the application opens, you should be ready to apply, and apply early as well. Like whatever you're applying for, you should always definitely apply early. Because they're going to look at the people that applied first, right? And then even if your application is very good and you apply late, they're just going to be like, we already have like 5 people.
Yeah.
That we
But
have
apart from that, applying late puts you in that rush hour, so you are not able to put in your application properly. So just take your time, prepare now. Now that you know that it's February, prepare now, get your transcripts, get everything. You know the requirements, go to the website, share the video about that already, I think.
Yes, go and watch it.
So check the video, watch it to see the application procedure, the website to check out for, and then see the requirements.
I showed it to them, like I showed them step by step.
Yeah.
So go back there.
Yeah. If you don't have your transcript, it's always a problem having this transcript back home. So if you don't have your transcript yet during the application process, that's fine. But make sure you have it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, make sure you have it before the interview. So it's needed. If you don't have it during the interview, it's like automatically disqualified for you. So have it, but it will be good to have it submitted during your application. That would be nice. But if you don't have it, that's fine.
So I think that's all. Is there any other thing you have to say before we say bye? Nah.
So PTDF is not the end of scholarship in the world. So look for other scholarships as well. Okay. So if you put in for PTDF of course, but look for there are 1,001 scholarship out there, right?
Just keep trying till you get.
But yeah, PTDF. I am for PTDF, so it's a very good scholarship, and I always encourage people to apply for it.
Yeah. So good luck, guys. You guys, I deserve. What do I deserve? I deserve ice cream. What do I deserve? See,
you have more subscription, so
you know what it means to like a doctor outside this school.
it's okay.
You know what it means? This thing is also PhD. Come and do it. Share my videos.
Share the videos.
Yeah, subscribe to my channel. And what else? Share, like,
subscribe, comment.
What else? Touch the notification bell button.
Yes.
Oh, this cute dog is coming. Oh, is it gonna come here? Oh my god. Okay, no.
There you go.
So the dog in the video. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance. I can't wait for all the videos I'm going to make in 2025 for you guys. So, and thank you, Dr. Lawrence. Thank you so much for coming. God bless you so much.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, everyone. Goodbye. See you soon again.